Hey Mike, this is John Tropiano here. Um, what you're seeing right here on the screen, I didn't mean to leave this up, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick walkthrough of your web application that we discussed. And let me bring it up for you here. Okay, this is the design mock-up that I came up with. Now, due to the enormous amount of information and features that you want on your website, I had to get a little creative with the menuing system to display all that, so let me go over this real quick with you. Just a couple things before I get started though. Um, my cursor should be highlighted with a circle around it so you can see where I'm pointing. And also, the colors and the fonts and icons I'm not fully done with yet. So let's not get wrapped up or get stuck on them. And of course some of the pictures and dummy content. This is just a speculation design, and just wanted to go over it with you. So when they hit the home page, we'll get started. I incorporated your logo and some of your site colors that you like, and I'll continue to do so. And what we're going to see up here will be some contact information. Here will be the registration for new members and a member login. I have it subtle on purpose and intentionally. That's just a good design practice. It's a best practice to do that, because there'll be other spots that are more prominent for them to log in. Okay, up here we have your social media links here. When they click that, they'll go to the respective pages. If you don't have them, I can help you in the future get these set up. That really it is important for search engine optimization to be listed on these four particular sites. Maybe not LinkedIn, but it depends. Here, now these are just my ideas now. We can remove any of these from this template, but I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and have the number of businesses and resources that are available, and they can also add their own business owners. Here we'll have a nice large high-res image of your area. I took what you had, I didn't crop it quite well enough I have a very large monitor at my home office, but this will scale nicely on most devices. And let's go over the menu before we go down. You wanted local happenings, which has an event calendar and more. The writers can provide photos, videos, and all that. Well, now we'll get to that. So if we click and hover over that, I came up with four main categories. You can change them or you're going to have to do a lot of rearranging when it comes to where stuff goes. So just keep in mind this is just my idea, what I had in mind. You could have some entertainment, their upcoming events, their nightlife, maybe some more, whatever you want here. There's also an attractions where you had mentioned the museum, the sailing club. We'll definitely want to highlight the beach area, and your weather, your current forecast, your red tide info you wanted, some hotels over here under lodging, Airbnb info, etc. Okay, we can continue to add to this list if you want. But as you see under the community page, where the majority of your content will go, because you have so many options, I'll go over what I added a few for you that I think might be useful to your community. Advertisements, maybe business ads, and you can tell me what needs to go in there. Maybe coupons, I don't know. But definitely you'll want to do some cross promotion of this site. Here's your classified ad section that you want, contact form to get a hold of you guys. Here's your discussion forum. Oh, and again, as we're going over this, these icons may not represent the category properly. That's just because I didn't want to spend any more time doing this. I want to get design approval from you. Your safety, your newsletter, your events calendar here, and a lot of these categories will be displayed throughout the rest of the site in a more prominent way, whether it's be icon boxes, big links, photos, whatever. But this will always be available to the visitor at the top of the page, and I'll show you how that's responsive in a moment. We're going to have a link to your Facebook page, which is also going to be interactive. frequently asked questions, Google Map, maybe some job postings in the area if you have local businesses that need help in season. Here's the environmental info that you wanted. Here's a sign up for members and another spot for the login. Services and businesses. This is going to be a big portion of your site, um, and this is what I actually focused on the second page of this mock-up for. We'll have your site map. This is a SoundCloud, Media Cloud, maybe podcasts in the future. Definitely want some reviews from users or visitors, tourists. We have your Twitter link and videos. Okay, now we'll get out of there, and as we move along, real estate I thought needs to have its own section. I'm assuming that a good portion of the visitors to this site will be interested in that. We have your history button, your photo gallery, and another contact button. Okay. As we scroll down, you'll notice at the top of the page, the menu has automatically condensed and it's always visible. So no matter where they are, if they're at the very top, they'll see the whole thing with your logo. If they scroll, the logo is shrunk and so is the menu bar up here. Okay. Now there will be a site-wide search. On the front page, I put it big and prominent. They can put in a keyword here, and they can choose a category, which the categories will be automatically pulled in when we populate your site with content next week or whenever we get started. And they can even choose a search radius, or as you see up here, it'll ask if they want to allow the site to use their current location. So we'll get to that. Let me close that. That'll close automatically in the future. Just a little about box and some categories that we may want to promote on the front page. I came up with these. You can come up with your own or tell me what to put here. So this just gives a little description of each category and they can drill down into them. As we scroll down some more, this is an example. I like this front page design. It's clean, it's compact, and this is what I would display if it was my site. This is just suggestions. There's two things you can do here. You can display individual businesses. I chose that Venezia Italian restaurant as an example here. I grabbed their pictures. And what you can do in these boxes here is either add local businesses, or as you see, we can add blog posts or articles that different authors write. For instance, nightlife, if they wanted to, learn about what's available. Now, all these will automatically be added as you add content. So then we would just choose what categories go on the front page. As we continue, I added your health news here. If you browse over these, you'll see a short description. And then also they'll have user ratings, not necessarily for this health category, but I just gave you an example here. I went ahead and made you a little logo for your classifieds in Photoshop. We can just put, it'll be a simple classified section. You can sell, post ads, accept offers, etc. Okay, we have local. Definitely we need a food section, so we'd have a local food section, see what you guys have to offer in that area. I did put your public safety information here, or this will be a link to the information with a nice picture. And from your last site, I noted you had parking information, so I went ahead and added that there. Okay, now as we come down, we'll give the other businesses a chance right here to go ahead and list themselves with your site. And when they sign up, you'll be notified. You'll review their submission, and you'll be able to publish or not publish depending on what they've sent you. I went ahead and made a new white stroked logo down here for our dark background, excuse me. This will be a small version of the events calendar. If there's anything happening in this particular month or whatever current month they're visiting, it will be highlighted. They can click on it. Here's going to be some interesting links or popular links we'll put down here. And we have some contact information, and again, social media. We'll probably get rid of LinkedIn and put Twitter, I would assume. And then some footer links, and another place to register, and etc. So that's kind of the overview of this front page, what I had in mind. Now let's go ahead and move on to a detail page. And for that, again, I chose this restaurant. So if you clicked here, it'll bring you to the detail page. Now, uh, most of the categories are going to be GPS associated. So for instance, this place here, I don't particularly like this picture now, but we go ahead and rotate the street view. This is what is listed under Google Maps for that particular address. And for each listing, we can customize the view right here. No problem. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down. Since this is a business, we're going to have the name, the categories right here. There's going to be a description of the business, their information here, their hours of operation. And I went ahead and added some directional features and functionality here. For instance, if people aren't from the area and they don't want to jump on Google Maps, they can click this button here, and I'll go ahead and actually grab that data myself, and we'll give them directions on a route by route, or turn by turn basis, whatever they want. So they don't have to leave the site, and this information will display in two places. It'll be up to them. A box will come up. It will display right here underneath when they have typed in their information, and we'll go ahead and grab their current location too, so they don't have to put a starting address, of course, or they can put a starting address. It'll display right here, or also we'll give them the option to send it to their phone if they want to. Okay, if there's any events associated with the particular business, in this example I went ahead and made one, a veggie weekend. It'll display here if it's on the events calendar. If there's more than one, they can go ahead and sort here. And we scroll down, there is another map that kind of gives an idea, a broader stroke of where they're at, and they can go ahead and move that around. As we continue down, people are able to leave reviews, put their name. They can leave reviews based on price, location, staff, etc. And we can go ahead and customize that. Again, the same footer as the front page. So this is kind of the overall look and feel that I think would represent your community well. Now there's going to be a lot of content. Content is king, as you may have heard in the web design world. And you have plenty of it. Now this site, as I built these two pages, I could see that this may take a little bit longer than anticipated, but that's going to depend on you and your authoring staff. I think I still can get this up and running rather quickly. However, to get this thing ready for the public and to deploy it, it's going to take a little bit of work, but I'll help you through that as we progress. So that's where we're at. I just wanted to give you this video so you can get an understanding of what I had in mind when I put things where. So we'll go back to the front page, and that's about it. I'm going to send you a link for you to play around and have a look for yourself. None of the links will be working. The only link you'll be able to click on in this mock-up will be this first picture here to bounce back and forth. And when you get to the second page, go ahead and use your back button to get back to the first page, because I haven't coded in any of that functionality. So have a look at this. If I'm on the right track, give me a call and we'll discuss when I can come down there and go over the details and get started. Thank you. Take care, Mike.